Have you ever wondered what separates a good song from a truly great one? You know, the kind that sticks with you. Well, it's about so much more than just a catchy beat. It's about telling important stories. It's about honoring history. Today, we're diving into a framework for songwriting that's designed to help you find your own powerful voice in that process.
So that really is the big question, isn't it? How do you write a song that has real weight, real purpose, a song that actually matters? That's exactly what we're going to break down right now.
And the key, according to this framework, is to completely flip the script. It's about shifting your whole perspective, from being a passive listener to becoming what the source material calls a musical archaeologist, someone who literally digs into the soul of a song.
Okay, so let's get into it. What does it actually mean to be a musical archaeologist? This right here is the core idea. It's what makes this whole approach so different and, frankly, so effective.
Think about it like this. Every single genre of music, whether it's jazz or blues or hip-hop, it has its own unique musical DNA. As an archaeologist, your job is to listen. I mean, really listen, to decode the emotional signals that are buried in the chords and the rhythms, and then use that code to tell stories that really need to be heard.
So how does this actually work in practice? Well, the very first step isn't about writing lyrics or coming up with melodies. Nope, it's all about listening with real intention. It starts with finding what's called a vibe, and then learning how to catch the creative signal that vibe sends your way.
And you know what? You can do this with a super simple tool. If you go to a site like Chordify, you can search for basically any artist. As the song plays, you can watch what the source calls these chord bubbles. They literally highlight the chords as they change, so you can see the song's musical skeleton in real time. It's pretty cool. Okay, so once you're locked in, listening to that musical skeleton, the next step is to catch the signal. And this is a really fast, rapid-fire exercise that's designed to get you out of your own head and connect your gut instinct directly to the music's emotional core. Here's how it works. You do 3 quick rounds, about a minute each. For every round, you write down just one word. That's it. Round 1, the mood. What's the feeling? Is it defiant? Joyful? Then, round 2, the character. Who's the hero of this song? A trailblazer? A survivor? And finally, round 3, the action. What are they doing? Are they fighting? Pushing? Overcoming? The speed forces you to just trust your intuition. And then, those 3 little words you just jotted down, they come together to form your power sentence. So, for example, the trailblazer is overcoming because they feel defiant. This one sentence, this becomes the mission statement, the entire guiding force for the song you're about to write. Now with that mission statement locked in, you shift gears. You go from pure intuition to investigation. It's time to dig for what the source material calls legacy's diamonds, those brilliant, sparkling facts that are going to give your song its weight and its truth. And listen, these diamonds, they aren't just vague ideas. We're talking about specific, powerful pieces of history. Facts, like Dr. Eva B. Dykes being the first Black woman in the U.S. to complete her PhD requirements, or Dr. T.R.M. Howard mentoring icons like Medgar Evers and Rosa Parks. When you ground your song in these real, tangible achievements, man, that's what gives it authority. That's what makes a story unforgettable.
And here's the best part. You don't need to write an entire history book in your song. The goal is to find just 3 of these diamonds, 3 specific, high-impact details that will become the absolute core of your storytelling.
All right, you've got your mission, you've got your diamonds, now it's time to build. It's time to build the song spine. This part is all about understanding the architecture of a great song, how to structure your ideas to take the listener on the biggest possible emotional journey.
And the core concept you need to get is tension versus release. The verse? That's where you build tension. You use your diamonds, those facts, to tell the story, usually with more rhythmic, kind of low-intensity words. But then, the hook. That's the big release. That's the emotional payoff where you use your mood word with powerful, soaring notes. It's like stretching a rubber band as far as it can go in the verse and then just letting it snap in the hook.
And all of this fits perfectly into a classic hit song blueprint. You've got your intro to set the stage, your verse builds that tension using your diamonds, then you release it all in the hook with your mood word. The bridge comes in to offer little twists or a new perspective before you bring it all home. Seriously, think of this structure as a proven map for your listener's emotion.
And that brings us to the final stage, the moment of truth, the mission launch. All the digging, all the brainstorming, all the structuring, it all leads to this single moment, the performance. This is where your message truly takes flight.
The technical setup here is super simple. You can just use a split screen on your phone or tablet. Lyrics on one side, CHfYC on the other so you can follow the timing with those chord bubbles. But the most important part? That's you. You've got to perform with all the energy and confidence that this powerful message you've built deserves.
This quote from the source material just perfectly captures the goal of this entire process. It's all about a fundamental transformation. It's about going from being just a listener to becoming a game changer, someone who actively uses their voice to honor the past and, in doing so, helps build the future. So, at the end of the day, what does this all mean? It means you've bridged the gap. You now have a repeatable framework, not just for writing songs, but for turning any inspiration into a real, tangible creation. You've gone from being a passive listener to an active creator. And that leaves us with one final, really powerful question. Now that you have the tools, now that you know how to be a musical archaeologist, how to find those diamonds of history, and how to build a song that truly matters, whose legacy will you choose to honor?